up? Yo, what's up?
Baby, let's go.
Turn your TV on. Listen to DBS on Digicel TV Channel 50 and Flow TV Channel 951.
This is your nation station, DBS Radio.
DBS Radio on the go. www.dbcradio.net. Click the play button at the top and you're good to go with the nation station, DBS Radio.
Fair and balanced, unbiased and clear, concise and accurate. This is the DBS Evening News. Here now is your presenter with the headlines.
In the headlines, Dominica is amongst the 5 Caribbean islands participating in a $12.5 million project to build resilience in the fishery sector. In the news from the region, changes are coming to Grenada opposition Senate bench, and internationally top leaders from Imran Khan's party arrested in Pakistan after being accused of inciting violence. The details of these stories and more coming up next.
Why pay full price for your mobile when you can pay half? Just bundle your home internet and mobile services with Flow and save 50% on your mobile bill. That's money in your pocket every month. Plus, now you get free YouTube and WhatsApp data. And you can share your plan with up to 3 other numbers. Upgrade now and get a free smartphone. Switch and keep your number. Learn more at discoverflow.co.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
One easy loan.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
To upgrade my phone and even my home with one simple loan.
More money.
To have your wedding, to go traveling, to do anything.
More money.
No security. Speedy delivery, just check NBT. Apply anytime. In branch online, it's more money time.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
No collateral.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Speedy delivery.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Just check NBT.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
DBS News.
And welcome back. Dominica is amongst the 5 Caribbean islands participating in a $12.5 million project to build resilience in the fisheries sector. Stakeholders in Dominica met today to discuss the CC4 Fish 2 project, which will be implemented in 2025. Consultant Dr. Camille David says Dominica can present a strong case for massive funding from the project.
So it's a project basically that involves 5 countries: Dominica, Grenada, St. Kitts, Trinidad and Tobago, and St. Vincent are the 5 participating countries. The project will be implemented by FAO and it's funded by Jeff. It will be a 5-year development project, and it will systematically look at climate-related issues and adaptation that is required within the fishery sector of these countries. It is a $12.5 million project, which is about 33.4 million EC dollars. So there's a large slice of that pie for us in Dominica. The projects perhaps that will be addressed depends on how loud we speak and how confidently we speak and how clear we articulate the issues surrounding our island. And we have a very good case, because we all remembered 6 years ago, in 2017 and 2015 respectively, the devastating impact of Hurricane Maria on our whole fisheries infrastructure. We have a very strong case. So we have to put a case forward to ensure that we get a huge slice of that pie to address our infrastructure, develop the requisite training and capabilities that we require to deal with climate-related problems.
And that was a fisheries consultant, Dr. Camille David. Meantime, Minister of State in the Ministry of Fisheries, Julian Defoe, says the CC4 Fish 2 project gives Dominica an opportunity to build resilience in the sector.
The CC4 Fish 2 project is a prime example of how collaboration can help us achieve our goals. Through this project, we will continue to strengthen our fisheries sector, ensuring it can withstand the impacts of climate change while contributing to the overall resilience of the nation. The challenges we face are significant, but I am confident by working together, we can build a sustainable and resilient future for Dominica's fisheries sector and the Eastern Caribbean and the wider Caribbean as a whole, because the CC4 Fish really encompass all of the members of CARICOM. Although I said that if we can articulate very strongly from this Dominica workshop what we want, sometimes there are chances that, we can see. We may not get the whole pie that we ask for because, other countries are also going to have to weigh into, what is their vision for their country. And those of us who are from the public sector and used to those things, we know how this thing goes. The countries with the stronger voice or the greater active participation can determine how certain project activities are implemented. I just want to say that out of experience and that we articulate very strongly and firmly to the consultant, Dr. David, what are the areas that we would like to see intervention in under the general scope of the project.
And that was the Minister of State in the Ministry of Fisheries, Drilling Defo. Edgar Hunter, who represented the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Environment, said Dominica welcomes the CC4 Fish 2 project.
As we gather here under the auspices of the CC4 Fish 2 project, we are reminded of the significant challenges posed by climate change. Dominica's fishery sector, which has long been a cornerstone of our culture, economy, and food security, is now at the forefront of these challenges. Rising sea levels, increasing ocean temperatures, and more frequent extreme weather events are all realities that threaten the sustainability of our marine resources and the livelihoods of our coastal communities. Integrating climate resilience into our fishery sector is not just an option, it is an urgent necessity. The CC4 2 Fish project provides us with an unique opportunity to address these challenges head-on by implementing strategies that will protect our marine ecosystems, enhance the sustainability of our fisheries, and safeguard the livelihoods of those who depend on these resources.
And that was Edgar Hunter of the Ministry of Environment. And National Epidemiologist Dr. Shaladin Ahmed has revealed that there has been an uptick in positive COVID-19 cases in Dominica over the last month. Ahmed says the weekly average of newly confirmed COVID-19 cases remains under 5. Ahmed was speaking during a press update by the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Social Services.
We have observed sporadic cases of COVID-19 throughout the year. Recently, during the week of August 4 to 10, there was a mild increase. Similar upticks were noted in March of this year. Otherwise, weekly average of COVID-19 cases remains below 5. The latest predominant variant, KP.3.1.1, a variant of Omicron, is circulating in North America. The COVID-19 virus will continue to mutate, leading to new variants. The more the virus is allowed to replicate in our bodies, the greater the chances of mutation. This is why maintaining a strong immune system is crucial in fighting the virus. People with weakened immune systems, such as elderly, patients with chronic diseases, those who are immune suppressed, and terminally ill patients, may provide fertile ground for viral replication, resulting in genetic mutations and creation of new variants. Some of these vulnerable individuals may succumb to this infection. Therefore, it is important to keep our immune system strong, either naturally or through vaccination. Additionally, when we are sick, we should be considerate of vulnerable groups and maintain distance from them.
And that was the National Epidemiologist, Dr. Shaladin Ahmed. And Domlec's new general manager, Dwayne Senak, says a solution to deal with the country's generation capacity shortfall is amongst his top priorities. Senak, a Grenadian national, assumed the role as general manager of Domlec on September 2nd, 2024. He told the Domlec's Power Talk at the company that the company can boast of a number of advancements compared to other countries in the region.
My background obviously is engineering. My last position was generation manager. And I would like to, just put it out there that generation challenges, they are not uncommon. Even today in the Caribbean, you have a number of islands facing generation challenges, shortfall. So that's usually a challenge that, you don't want it to be permanent. You don't want it to be something ongoing. But challenges are one of the things that, you face in the industry, or for that matter, any profession, you would meet challenges and so. And I think this challenge is a temporary one. We will get over it. I have no worry about that. Dominica was able to overcome Maria that devastated the entire island.
Yeah.
So overcoming a generation challenge, it's something that we'll get over. Now, I think also we need to look at the opportunities and some of the things that Dominic have going for it already, right? On the horizon, the Commonwealth of Dominica would be, a forerunner in generation with the geothermal project. They already are at a point where they can boast of, having over 20% of their generation come from renewables. That is not something that's very common in our region, and for that matter, some of the countries that are comparable to us.
And that was a new general manager at Dominic doing Senac. And a 3-day training for healthcare providers aimed at strengthening Dominica's capacity in administering care to individuals with mental disorders is underway in Dominica. The training is being conducted by the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Social Services in conjunction with the Pan American Health Organization, or PAHO, and the Acute Psychiatric Unit, or APU, of the Dominica China Friendship Hospital. Acting Chief Medical Officer Dr. Andy Santillair says this training is timely.
The MH-GAP program, developed by the World Health Organization, equips healthcare providers like yourselves with the tools necessary to identify, manage, and treat mental health conditions effectively, even in resource-limited settings. So this training is particularly timely as we continue to face the lingering impacts of global pandemic, natural disasters, and social challenges that have intensified the need for robust mental health services. Today marks an important step in our journey towards building a more inclusive, compassionate, and responsive healthcare system, one that recognizes the dignity of every individual, regardless of the challenges they face.
And that was Acting Chief Medical Officer Dr. Andy Santillair. And on this evening's featured segment of the news, we feature Francisca Janvier of Soufrière, a fish vendor for 37 years who continues to make a living for herself and her family. She battled breast cancer and has been one of the more prominent fish vendors. She operates at the Roseau Fisheries Complex, but before that, she was at the Roseau Market. Fish vendor Francisca Janvier of Soufrière is our feature on the DBS Evening News.
I started over there first, just in the market there, they have fish, selling fish there. When you finish, we need a freezer, we have to bring our fish up at our home, sometimes bring it back next day. And after that, they build the fisheries. The Japanese, as it open, we come there. After that, Maria break it up.
You did fishing in Soufrière over all these years?
No. It's Roseau I come in down and sell. I buy in, first I started with balao. And when I was spending 4 balao, $1. And after that, I have a little fridge I take by quarts. You couldn't take plenty. So what I could take, I sell in. So when they build the fish, Japanese build there, they had freezer there, I buying a lot and I put store in it.
You're from Soufrière and you say you have to come down here at the fisheries complex. But who supplied the fish for you?
We buying it Marigot everywhere. We buying Marigot wholesale. To me, Scott couldn't supply me in, a lot of fish so we go Marigot, and how many years we been buying Marigot? My son-in-law going with transport and he buying it, and me and my daughter were selling together.
So what kept you in fishing here at the fisheries complex all these years?
Grace of God. By the grace of God. I was a cancer survivor. I cut my breast, and my daughter took over for many years. Nadia, she took over. Something bad go, she stopped. And I continue by paying somebody, I paying people to cut the fish for me. My son-in-law not there, lift it up because I can't lift it up. And to clean there, when I finish, I have to pay somebody to clean for me.
You mean here at the complex?
Yes.
So up to now, where do you get the fish from to sell?
I'm still Marigot, Maho, everywhere. Maho, Marigot, where they call us. They calling us for it, and my son-in-law going and get it.
Who are the people helping you out?
The man, you see the man that go there by the fishing, he cleaning for me. And when my son-in-law not there, they have to, the big tuna, I can't lift it up. So they have to lift it up for me, and I paying a lot of people to help me.
So you've been able to make a living from this over these years?
I build my house on it, and I buy my land on fishing.
So what is your own view on the fisheries sector in Dominica now? What you're seeing, are you happy? Are you proud? Do you think that many people can make a living out of it?
Yes, that's a good living. Mm-hmm. I feel happy with that. Very good for me. But you see now, it's very hard now. You can no sell now. Because I find when they're in the road, you only fish at $5, $4. You don't sell in there. You're not selling that before that sale. When fishers are buying the fish and putting in the freezer on the road, you don't go on the road. But now everybody on the road, no fishermen on the road. We cannot get a sale there.
You are here at the fisheries complex in a really nice building. How much do you have to pay for this?
Oh, we wasn't paying at all when it opened, but now we're paying $10 a day now. Even though $50 I do, I must pay, but it's in a nice place. What I'm looking for is to excited to buy the fish. First, to get a good sale there now. Until something don't happen about that, we can get a sale.
So have you all spoken to Dex here, and what are they saying to you all?
Every day soon.
What would you like this interview to do for you?
What I tell you there, to buy the fish, that's the only problem we have with. That's the only problem we have there. When the fish on the road, you cannot get a sale there.
So if there's one thing you'd like to see happen is that this interview will cause you to get more business.
Yes, more business.
And that was a fish vendor, Francisca Jovier. And taking us to the end of this evening's interview segment, as well as National Focus. Up next is news from the region and international.
Why pay full price for your mobile when you can pay half? Just bundle your home internet and mobile services with Flow and save 50% on your mobile bill. That's money in your pocket every month. Plus, now you get free YouTube and WhatsApp data. And you can share your plan with up to 3 other numbers. Upgrade now and get a free smartphone. Switch and keep your number. Learn more at discoverflow.co.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
One easy loan.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
To upgrade my phone and even my home with one simple loan.
More money.
To have your wedding, to go traveling, to do anything.
More money.
No security. Speed the delivery, just check NBT. Apply anytime. In branch online, it's more money time.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
No collateral.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Speedy delivery.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Just check NBT.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
DBS News.
And welcome back. Now, news from the region. Changes are coming to Grenada's opposition bench in the upper house of parliament after 2 senators have decided not to continue in their positions. A statement from His Majesty's opposition leader's office said Senators Nyland Franklin and Katisha Douglas have expressed their intention not to continue in this role from October 1, 2024. New National Party or NNP leader and opposition leader Dr. Keith Mitchell has expressed appreciation for their service to the upper house. According to the statement, as the appointments of both senators expire on September 30th, Dr. Mitchell will make 2 new appointments effective October 1, 2024. And internationally, Pakistani police have arrested several top leaders from former imprisoned Prime Minister Imran Khan's opposition party a day after some people clashed with the police a mile from a protest calling for his release. Tens of thousands of supporters of the ex-Prime Minister, who was ousted in a no-confidence vote in 2022 and whose arrest caused widespread violence, took to the streets on Sunday demanding his release. The party leader expressed to the protesters in fiery speeches threatening to forcefully free Khan from prison if he is not released in the next 2 weeks. In a statement on social media platform X on Monday, Khan has thanked his supporters for peacefully holding the rally. This brings us to the end of this evening's news. Up next is sports.
Covering the nation and beyond, DBS Sports Report.
Rudolph.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
And welcome to your DBS Evening Sports for today, Monday, September 9th, 2024. First off, Vice Captain of the senior men's national football team, Brial Thomas, says the team has to put the successes from the weekend behind and prepare for the next challenge in the CONCACAF Nations League as they get set to face the Dominican Republic. Dominica beat Antigua 2-1 on Saturday in their opening match of the tournament. The national team will play the group leaders Dominican Republic at 11 a.m. at the Antigua and Barbuda Football Association Technical Center on Tuesday.
My thoughts on the game, well, it's just a normal game for us, our next level, our next challenge. So I'm just looking forward to it, knowing that both teams are on 3 points, in a good position to either remain in League B or go ahead in League E. So it's a very big game for us.
All right, we're coming off a victory against Antigua. What did you guys take from this win?
Well, victories will always, no matter what game, it will be like a learning process for us. No matter what, even if we lose, draw, or win, just know we need to improve on certain things, and that is just what we're taking from it, just another lesson.
All right, you said that you need to improve on certain things. We don't want to delve too deep into the tactics, but yes, we got a win against Antigua, but what were some of the things that you felt maybe we could have done a little better against Antigua?
Well, I would say our decision making wasn't the best, especially in the final third. At times we had to pass the ball to create better opportunities, but we squandered that, and sometimes we fell asleep at the back. As you could see, the lack of communication for the Antigua goal. We can't afford that at this level, so it's just those things we need to work on.
All right, we're coming up against the Dominican Republic on Tuesday. We've had some success against them in the past, and we've also lost a few games, but not by huge margins. Mentally, what will be the word of advice to the players heading into the game?
Well, as I say, no games are the same. Yes, they are the upper hand on us. In the past, they've beaten us 1-0 at home. But as you say, just go again, because one day you win, one day you lose, one day you draw. Just make sure you put your best foot forward so you could execute on that day.
Briel, your thoughts on the players in terms of, their space, how they're looking. We've seen them in training, we've seen them in action. You've been in the setup for a number of years. I just want to get your thoughts on this bunch of guys this time around.
Well, as I've been saying off camera, it's not just a young team anymore. It's an experienced team, a mixed team, and other than the young players, they showed confidence as any senior player. So right now, the camp is very happy. We just won the game against Antigua, so it's just 24 hours to celebrate. Right now, I know the guys are focused, especially young ones like Kian, like Malachi, ready to go. No matter what the coach call upon them, they're ready to execute and ready to give their best to the team.
And that was Vice Captain of the senior men's national football team, Brial Thomas. Meantime, Antigua will play Bermuda at 4 p.m. in the other Group D match on Tuesday. And West Indies batsman Kavem Hodge says he's overwhelmed with the show-off support from the public on the weekend and is thankful for all those who came out to celebrate his achievements with the West Indies team. The Atkinson Village Council spearheaded a motorcade and billboard unveiling for the Windies player on Saturday.
Firstly, I want to take the time out to thank the people of Atkinson, the Village Council, Miss Muta and everybody in the council, the village of Antrizal, and just everybody, the entire Carib territory. When Miss Muta reached out to me and indicated that she wanted to put together something, a motorcade, just to show appreciation, I honestly thought it was just, a few vehicles would spin around the block and that would have been it. But it's, the turnout was so massive. There was so much people, and it was really overwhelming, and it was really great to see the organization. Everything was well put together. Everybody had a grand time. You know, a lot of individuals, you know, they were impressed with the billboard that was set up, and I must say hats out to the village council. They stayed there after 11 in the night. They left at 6 o'clock in the morning, making sure that everything was put in place, and they did an amazing job. It was really good to be back in my hometown, and you know, just to give back to the people. I mean, you know, playing for the West Indies, you know, the countries and people getting photos and, you know, autographs and stuff like that. But to be in your home village to do that stuff with people that you grew up with, it was such an amazing feeling. It was a bit emotional, but I really enjoyed it. And, you know, it was really well done and really, you know, well put together. And I'm grateful for that. And, you know, it's just motivation for me, you know, to keep striving, keep putting in the work, and motivation for other individuals who are upcoming to, you know, that to know that it's possible, and we have the backing of the village and everybody around. So, you know, it was an amazing day. It was an amazing time. Everybody had a good time in good spirits, and I'm just grateful for the love and support.
And that was West Indies batsman Captain Hodge. West Indies opener Michael Lewis got a career best, but it was not enough to guide the St. Kitts Patriots to victory over the Antigua and Barbuda Falcons as the Republic Bank CPL continued Sunday in St. Kitts. Lewis got 63 from 36 balls as he led the Patriots to 153 for 8 in their 20 overs. Mohamed Amiru took 3 for 27, Imad Wasim took 2 for 24, and Fabian Allen 2 for 44 for the Falcons. Falcons replied with 154 for 8 in 19.4 overs. Justin Greaves made 30 and Brandon King 29. Falcons won by 2 wickets to register their second straight win in the tournament. The CPL continues on Tuesday with the St. Lucia Kings taking on Trinbago Knight Riders. West Indies batter Shafane Rutherford has withdrawn from the ongoing Caribbean Premier League 2024, citing personal reasons. The announcement came midway through the Patriots' last home game of the season against the Antigua and Barbuda Falcons. The CPL organizers released a statement confirming Rutherford's departure and mentioned that a replacement would be announced soon. The Patriots have managed only 1 win in 6 matches and are currently at the bottom of the CPL 2024 points table. Since the victory in CPL 2021 at home, the team has suffered 11 consecutive losses in completed games at Basseterre. Rutherford's withdrawal is not the only challenge facing the Patriots, as injuries and unavailability of key players throughout the season have plagued the team. And the volleyball coach Ray Robinson says Dominica's beach volleyball players Mervyn Mingo and Bill Frederick have qualified for the World Championships in 2025. The under-21 team of Mingo and Frederick won the ECVA men's title in St. Kitts last week, beating the home team in the finals with 2-0. A welcome ceremony was held in their honor at the DOC.
And they have qualified for the FIVB World Championships to be held in Georgia in 2025. I think they need a round of applause for that. And just a point of correction, it's not a qualifying tournament. It is actually the World Championship. So they have qualified for the World Championships. I just want to congratulate you guys, Mervyn and Bill. You guys played with a lot of desire, a lot of passion. We didn't have to instill that in you. You had that inside of you already. You had that fire inside of you. And we were just happy to assist you and push you. And we know that you are going to do even better things and greater things. And right now, I just want to highlight the work of Coach Jan Flora, coach. You know, Jan, I think, was the perfect coach for the boys. Why? Because Jan is a national athlete, a national beach volleyball player. And so not only could he tell the players what to do, he could actually demonstrate and show them how it is done. And I think we couldn't have had a better coach, in particular for the male, because he really could instill those, he could show the skills and teach the guys how to do it properly. So good job, Jan.
Volleyball coach Ray Robinson. Meantime, President of the Dominica Olympic Committee, Billy Doctrove, has encouraged the players to not become complacent following their victory.
Another thing that I just want to say is that I want you, the male players who are here, the champion players, is to ensure that you do not become complacent and comfortable. Know that you have won, know that I am champion, I'm the best. and what happens after that. From next year, everybody come in and beat you. Is that what you actually want? Is that what you're going to be striving for? So you have to be able to judge yourselves by your own yardstick. Tell yourself that from last year to this year, I have improved, and mark the improvements. Mark the areas where you believe that you could have improved even more. And next year, you strive to become even a better volleyball player than this year.
And that was the president of the Dominica Olympic Committee, Billy Doctorow. And England went down to their worst defeat under Brendan McCullum as a magnificent century from Pathum Nissanka guided Sri Lanka to a famous win at the Kia Oval. England had the opportunity to earn a 100% home summer record for the first time in 20 years, but instead paid the price for a careless display as Sri Lanka lost the series 2-1. This ends a 10-match winless streak against England. It took Sri Lanka 25.3 overs on the fourth day to complete their first test win in England since 2014. Nissanka's unbeaten 127 off 124 balls, built on his first innings, 64, saw his side home by 8 wickets. Final scores were Sri Lanka 263 and 219 for 2, England 325 and 156. And Convenience plus Maho United scored 2 big wins on the weekend as matches continued in the Dominica Cricket Association NCCU President's Cup on Saturday and Sunday. In the first match, the Maho team took down the Tremors at the Botanic Gardens on Saturday. Tremors made 110 all out, batting first. Tyron Theophil got 37. Rick James, 22. Roosevelt Merrifield picked up 5 for 29, and Sherwin Labassiere 3 for 17. Maho replied with 111 for 1, with Kazimi Benjamin getting 33 not out and Mika Joseph 24 not out. Dion Roll made 25 and Maho won by 9 wickets. Meantime, on Sunday, Maho had a convincing 168-run win over the KFC Summits at the Botanic Gardens. Maho made 264 for 8, batting first. Mika Joseph top scored with 90, Kazimi Benjamin 47, and Liam Sebastian, the birthday boy, got 46. Tyrese LeBlanc bagged 4 for 56 for the Summits, and Summits could only get 96 all out. Elton Mark got 19, Edmund Moranci took 3 for 28, and Neil Payne 2 for 30, and Sherwin Labassiere 2 for 5. Well, this brings us to the end of this evening's News and Sports. Special thanks to the DBS News and Sports team and our link person, DJ Halo Boy.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
DBS Radio gives you top quality service over any other for live streaming of funerals. Call us today at 448-3282.
Good evening and welcome to the evening edition of the DBS Radio Community Bulletin Board. It is the 9th day of September 2024. We begin with the evening edition of the DBS Radio Death Announcements. We announce the death of Antoine John, better known as Zioko, age 80, of Bala Park, Grand Bay. He will be remembered by his wife Zita John. He will also be remembered by his grandchildren Kayana, Nadecia and Elijah Thomas, his stepchildren, Priscilla and Clara, Martin and Javier Thomas and Michael or Michelle, 23 step-grandchildren, brothers Marcel John, Philip Unicef Francis, and 3 others in the United Kingdom, his sisters Gwyneth Packett and Sylvia John in Dominica and 1 in England, brother-in-law Alec Packett, sisters-in-law Brenda John, Melanie Blaze, Mary John and Claudia Thomas in St. Thomas, Teresa and Thomas in Guadeloupe, 14 nieces and 14 nephews, close relatives, Sandra and family, Susie and family, Claudette and Nornum John, close friends in Dominica to include Theo and family, Dr. Henderson and other health officers in Grand Bay, Rambo, Sammy, Beke, Donovan, Bishi, Naho, Sonson, the Sakis Band, the Honorable Parliamentary Representative Vince Henderson, the Honorable Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerritt, and other names too numerous to mention. The body of the late Antoine John, better known as Zioko of Bala Park, Grand Bay, can be viewed from 1:30 p.m. on Wednesday, the 11th of September at the Grand Bay Sacred Space. The funeral service mass takes place at 2 p.m. and will be followed by interment at the Grand Bay Catholic Cemetery. The management and staff of DBS, the nation station, extends deepest condolences to the family of the late Antoine John, better known as Zioko of Bala Park, Grand Bay.
And now, your Community Bulletin Board.
Welcome to the evening edition of the general announcements on this evening's edition of the DBS Radio Community Bulletin Board. We have this announcement for you. The Ministry of Tourism, in collaboration with the Discover Dominica Authority, the DDA, will host the 2024 Cruise Stakeholders Symposium on Wednesday, the 11th of September and Thursday, the 12th of September, starting at 9 a.m. each day at the Goodwill Parish Hall. The symposium will feature presentations on health, cruise trends, financing, and other cruise-related topics. All cruise stakeholders, including craft and souvenir vendors, tour guides, hair braiders, taxi service providers, and others are invited to attend. Interested stakeholders should as well RSVP by contacting Corey Surgington at the following email: C Surgington, and I will spell it for you, C, the letter C, SERGENTON at dominica.dm, or you can call any of the following numbers: 255-8249 or 255-8226. We've come to the end of this evening's edition of the DBS Radio Community Bulletin Board, the death announcements and the general announcements. Thank you very much for joining us. The next edition is scheduled for tomorrow morning at 7:35 a.m. right after the weather reports. Don't forget to hear your announcements on DBS Radio, the nation station. You can come into the sales and marketing team's office Mondays through Fridays between the hours of 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Also, you can give us a call, 448-3282, 448-3283, same times and days mentioned, except holidays.
crashing in front of me. Trying to figure it out, but it ain't what it used to be. Yo, this is your boy Sonic Tazi, and you're listening to DBS Radio.
The Nation Station, DBS Radio, says thank you to you and to everyone for choosing the Nation Station, DBS Radio.
It's always a better choice. My one and only station.
DBS Radio. Everyone listens to the Nation Station, DBS Radio.
Yo, what's up?
Baby, let's go!
Turn your TV on. Listen to DBS on Digicel TV Channel 50 and Flow TV Channel 951.
DBS, the nation's #1.
DBS Radio on the go. www.dbcradio.net. Click the play button at the top and you're good to go with the Nation Station, DBS Radio.
Sitting there watching the world crashing in front of me. Trying to figure it out, but it ain't what it used to be. Yo, this is your boy Sonic Tazi, and you're listening to DBS Radio.
The Nation Station, DBS Radio, says thank you to you and to everyone for choosing the Nation Station, DBS Radio.
It's always a better choice. My one and only station.
DBS Radio. Everyone listens to the Nation Station, DBS Radio.
Yo, what's up?
Baby, let's go!
Turn your TV on. Listen to DBS on Digicel TV Channel 50 and Flow TV Channel 951. Crashing in front of me. Sitting there watching the world crashing in front of me. Trying to figure it out, but it ain't what it used to be. Yo, this is your boy Sonic Tazi, and you're listening to DBS Radio.
The Nation Station, DBS Radio, says thank you to you and to everyone for choosing the Nation Station, DBS Radio.
Planning an insurrection to destabilize the nation. Self-serving politicians who just got to have the power in their hands. They know the youth is frustrated, their tempers running high. A situation they created. My brothers, open up your eyes. Is they want the power? Is they will share the wealth? If they want public disorder, let them do it themselves. What you gonna do? Let them do it themselves. Don't let politicians make you kill one another.
Cool your temper, cool your temper.
When you kill someone, their blood on your hands forever.
Cool your temper, cool your temper.
Cool down, my brothers, cool down. I beg you, cool down your temper. Cool down, Mr. Minister. I want you cool it, cool it. When you kill a man,